Hey guys, I'm Sam and I lost a bunch of weight eating one keto meal a day for 28 days. In this series, you'll see my weight loss progress day by day, as well as each delicious recipe I made along the way. All right, day 2 of eating nothing all day, so we're going to do some delicious smoky steak and ribs. Righto, first thing we'll start off with our rack of ribs, about 600 grams, and we're going to score the underside where the membrane is and then flip it over to season up the meat side. So we've got 3/4 of a tablespoon of salt, 1/2 tablespoon of pepper, 3/4 of a tablespoon of monk fruit sweetener, and 1/2 tablespoon of smoked paprika. So give that a good shake, and we're going to use about 1/3 of this to season this bad boy up, making sure we rub it in nice and deep like, filling in all the gaps, and then give it 2 smacks before we take it outside, and we're going to chuck it in the smoker at about 225 degrees Fahrenheit for a couple of hours, or until the internal temperature reaches about 165. In the meantime, we're going to get 300 grams of rump steak. This one doesn't exactly look like a choice cut. It's a bit pathetic actually, but nonetheless, we're going to season it up both sides and then set it aside. Once our ribs have hit 165, we're going to pull them out and wrap them up in some foil. These are going to go back in the smoker now alongside with the piece of steak. Alright, and these two idiots are going to hang out in here until the steak reaches an internal temp of 135. While that's happening, we're going to get 75 grams of asparagus, 75 grams of broccolini, cover it with 25 grams of Parmesan cheese, and then smother that with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Give it a shake, and then this is going to go into the oven at 350 Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius for about 20 or 30 minutes. Once the steak's reached 135, we're going to take that and the ribs out, and we're just going to quickly open up the ribs, take them out of the foil, and we're going to smother them in about 1 tablespoon of low sugar barbecue sauce. That's going back in the smoker now to get all sticky, and we're going to deal with this steak. So we'll chuck that on the barbecue or a nice hot pan, and we're just going to give it about 30 seconds each side because it's already cooked on the inside. So we're just giving it a nice sear or crust on the outside. Once that's been achieved, it's going on a plate, and we're just going to cover it in some foil and let it rest. And then once the ribs are all nice and sticky, then they can come out too, and they can hang out on the plate with Mr. Steak under some foil. In the meantime, we're going to get this mushroom sauce going. So we've got 14 grams of butter. We're going to melt it into a pan, and then we're going to chuck in about 100 grams of mushrooms, and we're going to saute that up until it's nice golden brown. And we're going to pour in some yucky red stuff and saute that as well until it doesn't stink like alcohol anymore. Then chuck in a teaspoon of mustard powder with some cumin, and then we're going to mix that all around until it's nice and mixed in. Heat goes off, and then 100 ml of thickened cream goes in. And that's it. Basically give it a stir around, and then she's done. I'm going to cut off half of these ribs because that's going to be for tomorrow, and then add the veggies and the mushroom sauce, and there we have it. Delicious smoky steak and ribs. So this is about 1800 calories, which I estimate to be about 60% of my daily calories at this point, but let's see how it tastes. Look at that perfect edge to edge rare steak. So good. The mushroom sauce on top of that, delicious. These veggies nice and crunchy, so good with that Parmesan cheese, but this is what I've been waiting for all day. Look at that. Perfect color, nice and sticky. You really can't beat some sticky, smoky barbecue pork ribs. Anyway, I'm starving. I'm going to hook into this, so I'm going to boost. I'll catch you later. So day 1 I weighed in at 96.5 kilos, but I must be a bit dehydrated today because I weighed in at significantly less than that at 93.7. So if you're keen to see how much weight I lose after 28 days, or you just like looking at my feet, then give us a like, hit that subscribe button so you can catch each episode, including the next one, which we're going to cook this deliciousness. So hopefully I'll see you then.